During my 20 years of exploration, I have experienced two different kinds of motivation during my expeditions. Some of them are short, like Mount McKinley, that is like 3 weeks. Some of them are long, like the kayaking to Africa. But during pole to pole, I have experienced a third one, where you have 18 months of exploration, 525 days, with the same focus as Mount McKinley. So every day for 180 days, which was the three polar regions, Greenland, North Pole and South Pole, together was 180 days, 6 months of full focus. When you have a horizon to walk to every day, and you don't really get closer, you see on your GPS that like the numbers are different, but you don't really see any difference. You don't see the mountains, you don't see anything coming up to you. So the motivation during an expedition like pole to pole is the most complicated thing I ever done. One day I woke up in the morning. It was beautiful, it was blue sky, and we were putting together the tent, me and Harald. And it was one of those days where I felt like, this is a good day. But it was tough. It was a lot of fighting with the ice, climbing over the ice walls, struggling with the sleds. To pull a sled that heavy, it's really takes a lot of effort. So after 10, 12 hours, we put up the tent. And can you imagine to put up the tent in these ice conditions? Because there's really no place to put up the tent because there's nothing flat around you. The next morning we wake up, checking the GPS position. During the night, we have moved backwards. We have floated back with the ice, almost to the same position as we were the day before. So those moments are moments when you really have to sit down and think, am I really going to do this? Can I really do this? Do I have the motivation to do this? But I know that on Mount Everest, I had the motivation to do this. So if I had the motivation to do this, then I will have the motivation to do this now. Because I also know that if I give up, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. I think also it was important for me that I have so many different kind of expeditions within the expedition. I was trying to keep the motivation locked to a certain amount of time, but I have to have in mind, as we talked about the risk taking before, that you cannot put all of your energy at the same time. So you have to plan for 6 months ahead. What motivates me? I think it changes. Every expedition is different. If I'm flying a boat, if I'm crossing the Polar Sea, climbing Mount Everest, or kayaking to Africa, I think it changes the whole time. Also, it changes with time. Like 20 years ago, my motivation was different from what it is now. Now I think it's more of a nature experience. At that time it was more like to prove something. Now I don't feel I have to prove anything. I feel that I know that I can do everything that I set up, everything that I set my mind to. So the motivation during an expedition like pole to pole is the most complicated thing I ever done.